Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Caravan of Garbage, where we're talking about failures in the dark universe. And there are many. This is the third of many.
That's right, third of many. There's going to be one after this, right? We're going to do another one of this.
Oh, yeah.
But rest assured, there's more. There's more. We're not out of ammo here.
You think we can't circle back to I, Frankenstein? Or the one where Harry Potter is a hunchback or whatever? You think we can't do that?
We'll do them all. Invisible Man, that one's actually quite good.
That was good, that one.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Other Wolf Man, not as good. It was all right.
Not as good.
Generational trauma.
Yeah. Anyway.
Also, my voice is mostly back, and people are keeping track of that.
That's because the movies are getting better.
No, it's because
We're building to the strongest movie.
No, it's because I met a man in a cave, and he cracked a big eggie open, and he said, drink some of this. And it was an aromatic oil, and now I feel great.
I think that was a skull, man.
No,
I don't think it was an... Oh, you maybe got an egg guy.
Well, it was dark.
Yeah.
It sounded like an eggie to me.
Anyways, we're talking about 2014's Dracula Untold.
Excuse me, what's it called?
What did I say?
I don't know. It was weird.
Dracula's Untold.
Yeah, maybe.
Doesn't matter.
I've written Dracula Untold. I was going to call him Dracula the entire time, but I've decided what I'm going to do is instead say this Dracula got turned into a Dracula. We're going to go with that.
Agreed.
It's good.
Please leave a like for this. Also, we have a somewhat of a personal relationship to this movie for multiple reasons.
We'll get back to it at the end, but oh yeah, there is a second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
So this is 2014.
Oh, yeah.
And again, as we go through these movies, it's very clear what the trend was in Hollywood.
Absolutely.
Like building a franchise or what have you, or like The Mummy or The Matrix or Men in Black or whatever. This is 2014. At this point, the entirety of Hollywood has pivoted to superheroes.
Yes.
You know, Avengers has come out.
Yep.
In Hollywood, there's nothing but superheroes. And every studio is thinking, what is a recognizable character that we could make a case just has superpowers? And we could put them in a movie and say they're a superhero. Ideally, who can we use for free?
Yeah.
And they've gone Dracula. This movie has attempted to make the case, what if Count Dracula, arguably the most famous example of pure evil in fiction, was actually quite a nice bloke, actually.
Well, you know, he's a real historical figure, and it's complicated, Mason.
Is it?
It's good to look at it through a modern-day lens.
That's true, actually.
And be like, maybe he impaled thousands of people, but what if he had a kid and a family?
Hopefully.
What if his wife fell out a window or whatever, like Spider-Man in 2014? Isn't that weird that happened twice in this year? A superhero failed to catch his girlfriend or whatever.
It is a little bit odd, isn't it? Hopefully, any real historical records of the real Vlad the Impaler will be destroyed. and the only record of his life is this. And the future historians are like, pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he was a nice guy, but then his wife fell out of a window. Wouldn't we all do this? Twir our wife thrown out a window?
Would to twir. So simple.
What if Dracula only became a Dracula to fight against a much worse guy whom history has completely forgotten about? That's right, the true enemy, the sinister Turk.
Yeah, a spray-tanned Dominic Cooper.
This may be the last days of getting a British man to put on some eyeliner and pretend to be a swarthy Mediterranean barbarian.
R.I.P. People can't see it, but I'm doing the sign of the cross.
For now.
Yeah.
Wait, I have one more thing. It just says, Vlad the Impaler, the only thing he impaled was high prices at the supermarket for you, the consumer.
What's this?
This is a good guy.
Oh, okay.
You know, that's...
Yeah.
We're circling back to him being a really good guy.
He is a good guy,
He's
isn't
all
he?
about the people, isn't he?
I mean, Count Chocula's in the supermarket, isn't he?
Yep.
Where's our cinematic breakfast cereal universe? Jerry Seinfeld killed it with Pop-Tarts. This could have been big, but Jerry Seinfeld killed it, Mason.
Agreed. We could have got, what's that guy? Captain? Chips Ahoy? That guy?
Captain Crunch?
Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch.
Yep.
Boo Berry.
The Snap, Crackle, and Pop guys, who are probably rap people or K-pop demons at the moment.
Chester Cheetah. Put him in there.
Yeah. Anyways, this really does lean into some historical accuracy in terms of some.
Okay.
He does turn into a Dracula.
I'm going to let you finish your sentence, but this better be a real good sentence.
But they do attempt to humanize
Yes.
a person
monster.
Yeah, who was a real person.
Sure.
I just mean in the sense that he literally existed.
Okay, sure, yeah.
And it's a bit 300, it's a bit Gladiator, it's a bit Lord of the Rings, it's also Batman Begins.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the screenplay of this, you're not going to believe it, Mason. It was featured in the 2006 Blacklist as one of the most liked unmade scripts of that year.
Huh, and then a mere almost a decade later,
Yeah.
it got turned into a movie. That's great.
It was originally going to be Dracula Year Zero.
Who makes that list? Do we know? Is that a person? Is it one guy?
That's a good question.
I think it's a great question.
I also think it's probably like the Oscars. Nobody's written their scripts. Just like nobody's watching the movies who's voting. Dracula Year Zero.
Yeah.
All right.
The Apple original TV series Sugar. What's that about, folks? Put it in the comments. Guess what it's about. Guess what? You're wrong. Nobody got to the end of that except me.
I know.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Amazing.
So yeah, it was originally titled Dracula Year Zero, and it was going to star Sam Worthington.
Okay, makes sense.
And it was going to be directed by Alex Proyas, which also makes sense.
Dark City.
The Crow.
Yes.
Gods of Egypt, maybe.
Yep, he did that one.
Yeah.
It's undeniable.
All that expired. Then it went to Gary Shaw, but he has this quote about this movie.
Okay.
Anybody who's going to the film expecting a horror film is going to be sorely disappointed. For me, it was telling a story. I was trying to tell a good drama that has action-adventure elements to it. I think this is the best of what we've seen so far.
Look, in retrospect, I think the action's pretty good.
Yep.
I think there's just some things that I cannot get over.
Sure.
One, that Dracula is simply an uwu small bean.
What?
Who's never hurt anyone in his life. The editors will know.
Okay.
They know what I mean.
Am I too old for this?
Yes.
Because I'm younger than you.
I don't know, man. Jury's still out. We won't know until they make a movie about us.
Yeah, you're right.
When I'm younger than you.
Okay, yeah. Sure, so you don't like that.
Yeah. And then the ending.
Yeah, the ending, yeah.
But I think Luke Evans is a good Dracula.
He's great, man.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I like him a lot. He was Gaston. He ate 12 dozen eggs or whatever the fuck.
Was
You
that
know?
before or after this?
I don't know, probably during. He's pretty ripped, even
Yeah.
to this day.
Agreed, yeah.
He's always on a yacht. I don't know if you're on his Instagram.
Oh, I'm aware. Yeah, and good on him.
And good on him.
He's the Dua Lipa. She's always on a yacht or something.
Who's that?
She's the Luke Evans of pop stars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Dracula this time, he comes back from doing Turkish stuff and living
Dracula
with
comes
them.
back, Leia.
He does. And then Dominic Cooper turns up and he goes,
Give me your boys.
I want 1,000 boys.
Give me 1,000 boys. I need to find the new NSYNC. Or the first NSYNC.
Maybe.
Because of time.
NSYNC Origins, year 1, year 0.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Bye. More like hello. We're NSYNC.
So Luke Evans is like, I'm going to need some Dracula powers if I'm going to sort
But
this
if I
out.
can just have some temporary Dracula powers.
Yeah, I don't need it forever or
If
anything.
I can just have a convenient time frame of Dracula powers.
If I'm going to be in a market square in the modern day, that's actually gone too far. That's not what I'm after. I just need 2 or 3 days of Dracula powers.
That's right.
So he goes to visit a Dracula in a cave.
That's right.
And he goes, you're Dracula, yeah?
And he's like, yeah, and I know all about you. How do you know? You got cable? You got cable in that cave?
He's got cave bull.
Oh.
Yeah.
You got a little eggy?
He does.
got
It's a
the-
skull, Mason.
He's got a little eggy that gives him the news?
He's having a hell of a time in there. He can't leave the cave. It's Charles Dance. But he
right.
goes, I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you some Dracula powers. You're going to have a fucking incredible time. By the way, there's an incredible burden and time limit on this.
I could easily choose to not tell you this, but I've decided to for some reason.
Also, I'm the Emperor Caligula. We'll get into it.
I think Charles Dance, great choice for this guy.
Agreed.
He's like a modern day Christopher Lee.
I mean, this is a Game of Thrones era, and there's a couple of Game of Thrones guys in this,
Oh,
Mason.
hell yeah.
Yeah. But we also find out that the only reason Vlad the Impaler killed thousands of people
Yes.
because it meant that people around those 1,000 people would flee.
Yeah, he says here.
Greater good.
Shut it!
He says, by putting one village to the stake, I saved 10 more. Yeah, great PR spin there, dude. I believe it. Keep telling yourself that as you go to sleep in your silky sheets in your freaking castle, you rich prick.
He's probably got bad dreams about it.
Oh, boo-hoo. Maybe get over him.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe build some wells.
Maybe.
You know, if Mr. Beast is beating you on philanthropy, you're doing something wrong.
That's right.
Build some wells. Fix some people's eyes. Maybe all those blind guys.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at first he's having a blast. He's taking out armies. He's bat teleporting. There's one moment he does
He's bat fisting.
He is. That's good. I like that. I remember seeing that in the trailer and being like, "You fucking got me." I'm seeing this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the real bats, because he can like summon bats, but he can also turn into
He's
bats.
also bats.
Do you think the real bats and the magic bats have anything in common? You think
Yeah.
they hang out?
Maybe. I don't know about that. Did you like the sword reflection battle?
Pretty fun.
It's interesting. And we're talking about
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
But you know, doing a big fistful of bats, Bela Lugosi could never. I'm just saying, Mason.
That's true, yeah. That's right.
Probably because of limitations of technology at the time.
No, I
those
think it's
movies
because
were
he was a
made.
coward. I think the director said, Bella, Mr. Lugosi, can you turn into a big cloud of bats? And he's like, I'm scared.
Can't you use movie technology? You know we can't, Bella.
Yeah.
Come on.
We'd need you to do it. You're theatre trained. Do the turn into bats thing. Christopher Lee could do it.
Do you reckon he could?
Maybe.
He probably could.
He could.
Yeah.
If any actor of any generation could just turn into a cloud of bats, it would be Christopher Lee.
I think the stakes of this work. Mm-hmm. I think this has a...
It's got a time limit. That's
it's
fun.
got a time limit. I think there's a personal element in this that works better than the previous two movies we've looked at.
He doesn't want to have his son be put into a boy band.
He doesn't want to do that.
That's right. What if he's not the main guy? What if he doesn't have the charisma
You know what I mean?
to have a
It's,
viable
it's,
solo
like,
career
if
after
the
the
deal
group breaks
can
up?
be
Yeah.
worked out.
You know? Embarrassing for him. He's
Yeah.
going to have to go on reality TV. Yeah, in the future.
I mean, even if you end up being Joey Fatone, that's not so bad. You're hosting TV shows or whatever you're doing.
That's true, yeah.
That's pretty good. That's all right.
Yeah.
You know?
You know, it's a brief moment in the sun. Isn't that beautiful?
It really is.
Not for Dracula.
No.
He hates that.
No, and when he does, he gets that. It's got great face skin disintegrating CGI, don't you reckon?
That's pretty good.
Just ashen off.
Well, this is also, I mean, this is the period where they wanted everything to be superheroes, but it wasn't the period where they were like, just film whatever, and we'll do the effects whenever.
Yeah, that's
you,
true.
You have 4 minutes before the movie comes out to finish the special effects.
Hey, this looks bad and this is your fault.
right.
You're fired and we're shutting down your company.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, we were shutting down anyway. You overworked us.
So anyway, he doesn't catch his wife because it's 2014, and you don't do that in 2014 in a superhero movie.
That's correct.
And maybe you get a redemption arc down the line. I don't think this guy is. Andrew Garfield, he got a redemption for that, but I don't
true,
think
yeah.
Luke Evans is getting a Dracula Untold multiverse movie.
I mean, time will tell, won't
Time
it?
will tell. But then he, because he gives into his bloodlust, he gets the full powers.
Do you think there's a reason why he couldn't just turn his wife into a vampire? I guess he didn't have an eggie.
Maybe he didn't have the full powers yet.
Yeah, it's probably true. Maybe you can only turn your wife into a vampire if you're a full vampire.
Exactly.
So he should have just ate somebody else's blood.
Yep.
Then he'd be a full vampire, bring his wife back.
I'm with you,
Easy
man.
peasy.
I'm with you.
If
You know,
I were there, I simply would have done that.
it's the easiest and most logical option.
Simple. When you know the Turkish guy showed up and he'd be like, "Oh, when those are boys or whatever," I'd be like, "Pull your head in, mate.
Yeah.
Just don't." And he'd been like, "You know what? Sorry, I apologise. I'll leave." But also, it's poor form. You know, even,
It's rude.
Yeah, even if we're not including the Dracula as a threat, it's rude, man. And he'd go.
He would probably.
Yeah, that's right. And I'd build those wells.
Yeah, I agree, you would. Also, his full powers, they're pretty sick. I just feel like they're his same powers, but they're permanent. Also, he's not restricted to a cave like Charles Dance.
Yeah, but here's the thing, James. It's a magic curse, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
So the last guy was trapped in there. It's not genie rules. It's not if you wish for a million wishes, the genie's like, well, actually, you've got a million wishes now because you're a genie and now I'm free. It's not how that works with Dracula.
Okay, yeah, good
wrong
point.
and
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, but he can block the sun, and he can make Dracula boys.
Yeah, and girls sometimes.
And girls, true. So,
But then he can kill those Dracula boys and girls.
yeah, that's right.
Because they deserve it.
I would say the one weakness he has now is crosses, but I feel like that's not a
Right,
massive problem.
Because before he gained the permanent powers, the cross did not
He's
affect
like,
him.
I love God and God loves me.
that's right.
Because I impaled 1,000 to save 1,005.
I approve of that.
This is good
Good, actually.
and great viewing from heaven. Also, Dominic Cooper,
Yes.
he works out his weakness. It's shiny coins.
That's right.
Like that for a finale. Like
that
that
is
for
fun,
a
yeah.
for a stomp
Yeah, yeah.
around.
I imagine some people would be upset about that because silver is not always a weakness of vampires. In the Marvel universe, it is.
Yeah.
Other places, not so much.
Blade.
That's the Marvel universe, James.
Blade movies.
That's Marvel. James.
Yep.
Marvel universe.
Marvel Universe, eh?
yeah, yeah.
Moonblade from the What If series.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Different. I think he should have covered the floor with novelty garlic coins and wielded a garlic blade.
Okay. And what I think's great about this as well, at the
Yes.
very end, because these Dracula boys and girls
Yes.
are coming to eat his son.
Yes.
And he gets to do one final impale. And it's good that we get to see that because we've heard about it.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
Chekhov's impale. Oh, I've impaled 1,000 people. Yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, prove it.
Yeah.
Do one.
Guy down at the pub. Yeah, I used to impale people all the time. Just easy. Just easy.
One
as.
arm as well.
Yeah, one arm. Easy. Easy done, you know.
I could do it with this pool cue to you right now. I won't.
Didn't even have to put my beer down. I impale this guy. But yeah, then he finally does it. You're like, whoa.
Woo!
This guy's messed
I
up.
was like this. Woo! I was on my feet.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. It was like when all the Avengers came out of the portal or whatever.
Yeah.
Woo, I said.
Did you say when all the Avengers came out of the portal?
Portal or whatever.
Okay, right.
And then, of course,
Yes.
we get a moment which has become a famous recurring segment on our podcast.
Famous is very generous. So for folks who don't know, on our podcast, The Weekly Planet, every year we give out awards to various movies and TV shows and actors and directors and so forth.
And it's often, it gets reported in a lot of Hollywood trades.
It does, and it's meaningless, and no one has ever responded to an award we've given them. But one we give away every year, it's called the Game Is On Award, and it's called that because I misremembered something Charles Dance says in this movie.
Yes.
And it's basically for the most ham-fisted attempt, the most ham-fisted and desperate attempt to turn a movie into a franchise.
Yeah.
Just at the end, often in a post-credits, just throw something out there. What does it mean? We don't know. Maybe the filmmakers don't even know. And this inspired that award because this has an incredible.
It is tacked on.
Yes,
like they filmed this specifically to be like, I think there could be something here.
Yeah. So this movie ends. It cuts to the present day.
Yep.
And Luke Evans as Dracula is there. He's in modern clothes, but he's all ooh, m'lady. He's still doing a bit of ooh, m'lady.
How do you do?
Ooh, m'lady. And he's in a sort of town square in London, probably. Looks like London. I don't know. Could be anywhere, really.
We don't see the big pickle. We don't know.
That's right. And he comes across a lady who looks exactly like his wife.
How is this possible?
But with a modern haircut.
She fell off a window.
Maybe she fell off a window into a hair salon. An immortality hair salon. A hair salon that was also that had the Fountain of Youth in it.
That's probably what happened. Also, this is after he was melted by the sun.
He was melted by the sun. He was melted a lot, really badly. But then he's just alive in the present day, and he meets this lady, and her name is now Mina, right? Because she's supposed to be Mina Murray. And then he charms her, and they both walk away. And then Charles Dance is there, and he just looks like a normal guy now, but in a suit. And then he walks away, and he says, "The game is on." Actually, he says, "Let the games begin."
Yeah,
but I misremembered it.
He also says it earlier in the movie.
Does he?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah.
So look, here's a few things. It is daytime.
Yep.
And this Dracula is not
clouds.
Well, clouds. It's a bit
sunscreen.
It's a bit dim. Sunscreen.
They did in Blade.
He's maybe his power's increased down the centuries, but that's fine.
Yep.
Charles Dance looks like a normal human now, as we mentioned, but again, he's had centuries to work on his skincare routine.
Yeah.
He's out of that cave. You know what I mean?
He's
doing just fine. Got it. I want it all. But it's just incredibly bold to just be like, this normal woman who died earlier, and by earlier I mean hundreds of years ago. She's just back.
Yep.
Just at the end of this to be like, oh, also, you know what else is real in this universe? Reincarnation. Just whatever. She's just back. It's fine. What does this mean? We don't know.
Yeah.
Is she... Because the thing that would make the most sense is that she is a descendant of them, right? His son got married and had kids, and so their children... So he's courting his own descendant.
That's
is
worse.
What's happening. Yeah, it's much worse,
Yeah.
right? Oh, speaking of, I also really like the costumes in this.
Oh, it's
great
freaking
costumes.
sick.
There's some very cool armors that were reminiscent of Gary Oldman's horny Dracula.
Yes.
I thought those were good. I mean, that's a pretty obvious nod.
Yeah.
I thought, well done. Looks nice. Movie overall.
Yeah, it looks like a real movie.
Looks like a real movie. But anyway, what does this scene mean? And the answer is nobody knows. And what do you mean, Charles Dance, by let the games begin?
What does he think's going to happen from here? What does this kick off?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Dracula and Mina are going to an axe throwing bar or something.
That's awesome.
That's the games he means. Maybe they're going to play laser tag.
It's good too.
Oh, let the games begin. Pew, 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 pew. James, do you know?
No, I don't. Nobody knows. They didn't know.
They didn't know.
They were going to fold it into the next thing, which we can talk about. But another thing that happened around the time that this movie came out.
Oh, yes.
We just started our podcast. It's called The Weekly Planet. It's award-winning, and everyone's always talking about it.
Yeah, all those industry insiders that we've given awards to have given us awards right back.
Yeah, we've accidentally broken scoops also, by the way.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah. But we got emailed by some of the PR team behind Dracula Untold just before it came out.
Yeah.
And they said, do you want to interview the cast and the director? And we were like, not really. We don't really do this. We've interviewed people twice, Edgar Wright and Lee Winnell.
Oh, yes.
And it was because you could sit down and have a bit of a longer chat, I guess. And we don't really like doing it. So we were like...
We're bad at it.
Yeah, we're bad at it. And we were like, nah, not really. Then we were like, oh, you know what? We've never done one of these before. Why don't we give it a go? So there's a whole lot of back and forth. And then they were eventually like, okay, all you need to do now is send through examples of times that you've interviewed people before. And we were like, well, as we said, we don't do this. And also, we don't care.
And you messaged us.
We don't need this. And clearly, they needed more PR than
Wow. Wow, James.
I'm just saying.
How much did this movie make money?
It
We haven't
made
gotten to
some
that.
money, but how
Okay.
many sequels are there? 0.
And you're saying we could have moved the needle here?
No, absolutely not. But my point is, they needed PR and outreach more than we needed them.
Yeah. And this is an era before stunts.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We would have just said, how was your experience making the movie? We wouldn't have been like, eat this weird food while petting puppies or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
That's our fond memories of Dracula Untold. But it's not the end of the video.
Oh.
Because we've still got to do Dracvia Trivtold, which is the trivia section of the show.
That's very exciting.
Samantha Barks was cast as Baba Yaga in this.
Okay.
And Charlie Cox was actually cast as Caligula, but both of their roles were cut from the final film.
Okay.
Because in an early draft of this film, Charles Dance's character was actually going to be revealed as the Roman Emperor Caligula.
Okay.
And then he makes a deal with the devil, etc., goes into a cave.
Sure.
If you go to the Dracula Untold wiki, he is Caligula.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is there any pictures of that or anything?
Nah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Someone's just said it.
Yep, someone's
great.
just said it.
That's terrific.
It's like how Matt Smith was the Emperor in Star Wars or whatever.
Yeah, hell yeah.
For a second.
And he might be again.
And he might be again or another guy.
Yeah.
And Charles Dance passed the time in the makeup chair by sleeping through the application, and he would be startled at the sight of himself in the mirror upon waking up. Which I
Oh
think
my.
that's fun, I think.
Oh my.
Oh!
Oh.
Ha!
Oh.
Box office on a budget of $100 million, it made a bit over $217 million. So it might have made some money.
Okay.
It did surpass Dracula 1992 as the highest grossing Dracula movie worldwide, not adjusted for inflation.
I mean, that's because of the bat fists.
That's right. But also, as mentioned just before it's released, either they didn't know it was going to do well or they wanted to build it into something else. And so they added that extra scene at the end.
Yes.
And the idea was, and this is from producer Alyssa Phillips, was that Dracula would cameo in a future The Mummy movie.
Ah, yes.
Which would tie all this together. But speaking of, we are covering The Mummy 2017
Huzzah.
next week. And if you do want to see that early, you can actually head over to bigsandwich.co where there's not only early videos, there's video game Let's Plays, there's bonus podcasts, there's movie commentaries. Anyways, thank you so much to Ben and Lawrence for the edit.
Thank you, Ben and Lawrence.
We'll see you next week where the game will continue to be on.
That's right. Watch those bandages unfurl. In a sexy way. Because it's a sexy lady mummy.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And a sexy Tom Cruise with a sexy padded butt.
That's right.
That's
grab
right.
Grab that jammy, guys. We'll see you next week.